What's up, Lighthouse? It's your boy Daniel, and I'm super thankful to God and to you for allowing me to come just spend a few minutes with you during your vacation Bible school. First and foremost, I want to give honor to Pastor and First Lady Thaggart, and I pray that God continues to bless you, your family, and your ministry. And certainly to my boy, my brother, Minister Zachary Thaggart. Zach, I really appreciate you for this opportunity. I thank you, and I'm super excited to have seen what God has done in your life since we were kids and to see how he's going to take you into the future. I'm super excited to be able to call you a brother, and I love you, man. Again, thank you for this opportunity. Lighthouse, let's jump right into it. Zach reached out to me a few weeks ago and asked if I would speak on the college experience. Who better to pick than someone who's had the college experience, but also works in a college setting? I'm currently an admissions counselor at Millsaps College, the college where I graduated. So I do know a thing or two about the college experience. So today, I want to talk to you about the college experience as it relates to three different words: future, and I ain't talking about the rapper, fit, and faith. So let's just dive in. Future, the definition of future is something that will occur at a later time or something that is going or likely to happen or exist. A lot of times we limit the college process to just 4 years, but in truth, the college process is sometimes a 12 or 13 year process that starts while we're in grade school. We basically go to school with the aspiration of going to college, gaining an education so that we can get a job and have a wonderful career. So throughout that time, you're developing as a person, you're developing individually, you're developing, learning how to work in groups. So when it comes down to select a college, you need to consider, how will this affect my future? How will this affect the years long after I've left this university or college? And how has this 4 years, how will this 4 years impact my life? So the first question you want to ask yourself is, what do you want to do? What are your career aspirations? What are your life goals? What do you want out of your college experience? For me, I didn't want to go to a college where I would be just a number. I wanted to go to a smaller college where I would have hands-on access to my professors, to my classmates, and to all the resources that the college had to offer. So one of the good question to ask yourself is this school going to set me up for the rest of my life? Literally, your college, 4 to 5 years of college on average is what people spend in undergrad. That small time in your life is going to pass by like that. Like, you think you've been in high school, you think middle school, high school, elementary school pass by quickly. Your 4 years of college is like you're going to blink, you're going to wake up, and you're going to be done with college. Jeremiah 29:11 tells us, "For I know the plans that I have for you, saith the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope." That's the New Living Translation. God is telling us in this scripture that everything that we desire, everything that we want out of this life, he already has it planned out. The only thing we have to do is turn to him, keep him at the forefront of our decisions, and he's going to shower us with all the blessings that he has in store. So literally, think about your future. Future, that's the first thing. Second point is fit. The definition of fit is something of a sustainable quality, standard, or type to meet a required purpose. Basically, in my job, it is my duty to help students find their fit at Millsaps specifically, but I take that a step farther and really help students to find their fit as it relates to just college in general. Every student is not fit for every college. Everybody is not made to go to a PWI. Everybody's not made to go to HBCU. Everybody's not made to go to community college. Everybody's not made to go to four-year institution straight out the gate. That is perfectly fine. Finding your fit, finding where you will be most successful is the key and most important factor when it comes down to finding the college that is for you. Also, you need to ask yourself, is this where I need to be? Some of you probably have already made your college decision process, so you feel in your heart that that's where you're supposed to be. And also, will you get what you need? Ask yourself, ask the college, do they have the academic programs that you need? Do they have the research and career opportunities? We live in a time to where really it is critical to have some sort of work experience after you graduate college. It's really not just enough to have a degree. People are going to want you to have certain levels of education and certain levels of experience to go along with your degree. But also an important part that we sometimes forget about, the extracurricular part, the fun part, the social part. Is this a college where I can be myself? Is this a college or a place where I can literally make friends, be an ambassador, grow as a person, both spiritually, mentally, educationally, all of that, all those things factor in. I know for me, during my college experience, I started out college wanting to be a doctor until I took biology during my freshman year. And I found out then that that's not what God had in store for me. But then again, even then, I found my place in my college. I ended up being a sociology major, business minor. That's something that I'm really, really passionate about. So although you may get to college and you know that this is the place for you, your aspirations may change. Your major may change. Your career aspirations may change. That's perfectly fine. And even if you get to college and be like, hey, this is not what I expected. This is not what I wanted. It's okay to transfer. You should never stay in a place where you don't feel comfortable or where you don't feel like that you are growing as a person. So that's perfectly fine to go somewhere else. Find your fit. Find what's important to you. Through all of this and making these decisions, and sometimes being in the heat of the moment, we can get very weary. We can become very anxious, and we can become very nervous as to what decision we need to make. 2 Timothy 1:7 tells us, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear and of timidity, but of power, love, and of self-discipline." That's the New Living Translation. The King James Version refers to it as a sound mind. In order to be successful as a student, as in your career, in order to be successful as a person, you need to be of sound mind and you need to have a sense of power and of love. It's perfectly okay to take a step back and be like, hey, God, if you find yourself in a place to where it's not the right fit for you, it's perfectly fine to take a step back. Be like, whether it's in your Christian walk or whether it's in making a decision with college, it's okay to take a step back and be like, look, I made the wrong decision. I need to rethink this and go a different path. That's perfectly fine, because in truth, you have the resources at your college and also in your spiritual walk. God is always with you. Your pastor is with you. Your youth minister is with you. All of those good things. The resources are there. And the third and most important one is your faith. For we all know that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. Your faith is probably the most important factor of your college experience. Up until now, for those of you who haven't gone to college and are about to go to college, you've probably been surrounded by people who believe much of the same things that you do. When you go to college, you're going to experience so many different people from different cultures, different backgrounds, different religious beliefs. But the one thing you have to do is remain true to who you are as a person and remain true to your God, true to the one who created you and made you and knows everything about you. So the question that I ask myself and that you should ask also is, does this align with God's will for my life? Sort of going back to Jeremiah 29:11, for God having the plans already mapped out for us. Does this align with God's will for my life? Before you make the decision to attend a certain university, you need to ask yourself, did I include God in this decision? Did I include God in this process? Did I seek him? Did I pray? Did I read my word? Did I consult with spiritual advisors? Did I consult with people who have gone through the college process before me? Did I think about all of these things before it was time for me to make this decision? And also during your college career, your college experience, your faith is going to be tested. You're going to encounter situations to where it's going to take nothing literally but the blood of Jesus to get you out and keep you through those situations. So ask yourself, how will I keep God at the forefront for this next phase in my life? Literally, again, I say this is 4 years that can change the rest of your life. And also seek confirmation. Seek confirmation in family. Seek confirmation in friends. Seek confirmation through your spiritual leaders. For me, my confirmation to go to Millsaps actually came through prophecy. I went to church one night. This preacher prayed for me. He said, look, son, you're about to embark on something that you've never done before, but I'm here to tell you that God is with you this whole way. Yours may not come in the form of prophecy, but it may come in the form of you getting a full scholarship. It may come in the form of a band scholarship. It may come from conversation with a professor that you meet on campus during your tour, or a student that you meet, or even in a missions council, or anybody. Seek those confirmations from God, because he'll plant nuggets in the people around us to let us know that we are following the path that he has for us. So the main scripture that I have for you today is Proverbs 3:5-6. And it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. I promise y'all, I am a living example that God will show you which way you need to go. And I'm not saying that you won't stumble. I'm not saying that you won't fall. But what I am saying is that as long as you keep God first and keep God at the center of whatever you embark on doing, whatever you pursue to do, I promise that he's going to take care of you and he's going to give you an expected end. Again, thank y'all for letting me spend some time with you. If you got any questions or you just want to chat personally, hit me up on Instagram. Get my number from Zach. Again, bro, Zach, I love you. Look forward to working with you in the future. Peace, y'all. Love y'all.